Hi guys, welcome back and hello if you're new. So today I'm going to be talking about one of hard rock's biggest rising stars, Five Finger Death Punch. So they're returning after their 2015 effort, Got Your Six. The group are getting ready to release their brand new album, And Justice for None.
Motherfucker, you blow, but you're a sucker. Such a fucking waste of my time. You smile and wave with your borrowed fame, but everybody...
As you may kind of know from my channel, Five Finger Death Punch aren't necessarily my kind of classic cup of tea. Five Finger Death Punch are literally one of the biggest bands in the world at the moment. And Justice for None is written with that in mind. You know, this band tour arenas throughout the world, and much of the material that's been composed on here has been written for the live setting. And the biggest thing that I've noticed about this record is the melodies. These, you know, this is absolutely fantastic songwriting. For example, Top of the World has got these kind of cadences which just stick in your head. And When the Seasons Change as well has got this kind of great swelling chorus. Again, second single, Champagne. It's all got these hallmarks of these kind of arena, stadium-sized choruses.
All in all, it's a good life. I got what I want. I can't complain.
I've never been a massive fan of the lyrics in Five Finger Death Punch. For example, on Fake.
Fake motherfucker, I hate you, motherfucker. I'll break you, motherfucker.
It does sound slightly juvenile, but it works. And again, on Champagne, where he's got this direct approach, calling people out.
My label tried to sue me, TMZ tried to sue me, Blabbermouth and fucking Sucker, cause they never fucking knew me.
And I think that's kind of part of his charm in a way. There are some really cool experimental elements. So, for example, later on in the album, there's a track called Rock Bottom, which opens with an almost Meshuggah style riff, which I thought was something very different for Five Finger Death Punch. And again, When the Seasons Change, if you hear that opening guitar section, that sounds like Porcupine Tree. But then obviously it's got all the signature tropes of Five Finger Death Punch. You've got these weird kind of almost Soundgarden-esque cleans on Bloody, and again the kind of typical ballad on I Refuse. The band have also covered The Offspring's track Gone Away, which, you know, obviously it's never going to be like the original because it's a cover. And I think that Five Finger Death Punch do a really good job of having their own take on it. But there are, of course, some classic Five Finger Death Punch tracks. For example, the riffs in Fake. I've always loved the solos in a Five Finger Death Punch record. I think the solo in Coming Down is absolutely geniusly placed. There are some cool little solos on this record. For example, When the Seasons Change. Fire in the Hole has got kind of more of an aggressive sort of stance in terms of soloing. And then there's also Will the Sun Ever Rise. But, you know, these songs are clearly written to be played in arenas. There's this real kind of sense of like, you know, whatever your vision is of Five Finger Death Punch, they're never going to change being who they are. And you have to admit that some of the songwriting is absolutely fantastic. Produced by Kevin Churko, I did think that the production got somewhat in the way of the record because it just muddies the guitar tone. In terms of the artwork, it's got those classic Five Finger Death Punch kind of ideas. It's pretty bold, it's pretty brash, and, you know, it reflects kind of what the band are exactly like. All things considered, it may not necessarily be a band that I would kind of go for, but you cannot ignore good songwriting and strong melodies. And there's a typical Five Finger Death Punch sound. You know, they're not reinventing the wheel, but there is some experimentation on there. All in all, it's a solid effort that will see the band rise even higher into the ranks than they are already. So for that reason, I'm going to give the record a 4 out of 5. Five Finger Death Punch's brand new album, And Justice for None, is set for a May 18th release date, and you can pick up a copy underneath me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure to tune into my Apocalyptic Anniversary series with Metal Sucks, and I will see you guys on the next video. Alright, peace.